What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name's Troy and I'm relearning BMX in my 30s. All right, so the topic of today's video, something I want to talk about is progress. How do we progress in this sport when we're coming back to it in our 30s or whatever age, or if you're new to the sport altogether? And it's not like when we were teenagers and kids and we had all day, every day to ride. We just don't have that time. You know, we work, we got families, other obligations. So kind of be strategic on how you ride, right? You're not going to come back into the park or the street spots or whatever, the dirt jumps, and go right to throwing big tricks because, I mean, hey, it's been a while, dude. And what I would suggest, maybe just get comfortable flowing the skate park. That should be step one. Riding your bike, your position, balance, get your hops down, get your manuals down, all that good stuff, and then progress from there. Start riding quarter pipes, start getting air. And then after that, you know what I mean? Start small, right? Don't go straight for the big tricks. So when it comes to trick selection, I would try to keep it pretty simple in the beginning. Like learn on like hop manual on ledges, get your 180s down, X-ups. I know that's a silly thing, but if you want to throw bars, you got to get comfortable turning the bars with your knees out of the way. And then from there, pick a goal, right? Like me, I was really good at tail whips, but my bar spins were sketchy. I wasn't dialed on those. So like bar spin's a big trick I want to learn coming back. And mentally I know how to do the bar spin. I remember everything to it. It's just physically doing it again. So when I first started, I just went right for hucking the bars, and it basically looked like this ugly X-up bar spin. I would usually miss the bars and fall down or hit my knee. And I mean, I went nowhere with it, and I gave the trick up and I went to tail whips. Well, later on, you know, I made a good buddy who was a lot better than me, and he suggested, why don't you learn how to do a one-hander and an X-up first? And I was just kind of like, dude, those tricks are lame. I don't want to do those. And he's like, well, you can't bar spin because you're too scared to take your hands off the bars. So like, if you want to learn the bar spin, and this isn't a tutorial, I can go more in depth on a tutorial, and I kind of have a fun idea of like doing a tutorial and also relearning the trick together, right? Because again, I know how to do the trick mentally. I just physically don't have it anymore. But like for progression, right? You can't throw a bar spin on a tiny little hop. You need to get some air. So get really comfortable either doing a big fly out or getting your hop high enough. And then from there, like I'm right foot forward, so I throw the bars with my right hand. I'm going to get comfortable doing a one-hander. And then once you get that, like when you throw bars, you're not throwing your hand out here, you're throwing your hand down. So get comfortable flying out or hopping, throwing your catch hand down and getting it back on. And then in the meantime, you know, while you're learning that, work on your different progressions. We all remember like leaning the bike up against the quarter pipe when you're waiting and just throwing the bars. That was a crappy example, right? Keep throwing that bar and get that muscle memory down. So once you're super confident with those one-handers, start sending it, man, and throwing the bars. So my last point on progression, because I don't really want to sit here and talk too much, I did that on the last video, is don't be afraid to keep kind of like a journal or video vlog, you know what I mean? So this way you can go back and see what you're doing. Like if you're really struggling to learn that trick, you can go back and watch footage of what you're doing wrong, or you can post it online or show it to a friend or someone else at the park. You're like, hey, look, man, I'm really struggling to throw bars. Like this is where I'm at. What can you do to help me? And two, keeping a journal will show your progression, right? Because progression isn't always linear. Sometimes there's bumps in the road. Like when you first come back, you can pick up a ton of stuff and be like, oh man, dude, I got it again. I'm having fun. And then there's this lull of like, man, I haven't learned anything new. If you go back in that journal, you can kind of see where you started. Like in the beginning, I could barely drop in the quarter pipe. Now I'm doing tire taps in it. So it might feel silly to journal, but it's just a good way to look back at it. So I hope that kind of helps you lay out your progression, how you want to come back or how you want to restart. That's the way I'm going to do it. So this way I can maximize my time. Yeah, I'm done talking for now. I guess, let's ride the park and, get some lines going. So during editing, I realized I never filmed an outro. So here we are. Welcome to my garage. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you like my take on how to progress fast in BMX. Like I said before, it's worked for me in the past, and I hope it's going to work for me in the future. If you're enjoying what I'm doing so far, please like the videos, drop a comment, or subscribe, because the more traction this channel gets, the more people we can reach, and the more people we can reach, the more we can inspire to keep riding or get back, start new. So I'm going to end it here. If you stuck through this whole thing, I really appreciate you. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one.